What about the viewer experience? Is everything is obvious? Then what? Papa says Fist is also slightly awkward with Conclude. It's true. Tantrum probably being around 100 gold and Empty Fist being probably around 60 gold. Empty Fist early is very good. I mean... Oh yeah, we do this. Yeah. We meet again. Yeah. The best smoke bomb in history. But on the other hand, if we do it, we cannot escape the Burning Elite. Now, we can make a point that we don't need to with the Tantrum any longer. Dexterity Stone. Okay. Oh, keep also in mind with the Weak Potion, we can also use that against Nob. So if the Nob is max HP, I'm willing to use a Weak Potion. What is the impact? Well, the impact is that we only lose 30 HP instead of 40. Strength Lagavulin. Now, Strength Lagavulin is like a normal, is nearly like a normal elite. I could also see using the Weak Potion on the Lagavulin, by the way. So... And here you see what I meant with like not being able to exit Wrath. Against Lagavulin, I argue that Empty Fist is better than Tantrum, by the way. Yeah. Because of the exit thing. So with the against Lagavulin, you really want to have the exit. Yeah. So what is the possibility here? Eruption, Vigilance next turn and open on 3. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what do you do if you draw Vigilance next turn and then you draw Vigilance again? But no Eruption? Yeah, that's just one case where it's really bad. What do we do if we draw Tantrum? Tantrum, Strike, Strike. Vigilance is on the bottom, that would be great. Then we play Tantrum, Strike, Strike. Next time we have guaranteed Vigilance. Nadira says we might have to open this hand. And I don't like that. I mean... I wonder whether this is as good as it gets, and it probably is as good as it gets. 5 out of 7 times we are insanely happy. 2 out of 7 times we cry. People are talking about 45 damage. I'm not exactly sure. If you wake up, you could take 34. Yeah, in 2 out of 7 cases. Opening on turn 3 isn't bad either. We will know next draw pretty accurate. So with the idea, if Vigilance is on the bottom, you need to open. If Vigilance is on the bottom, we can open probably with Tantrum Strike. At least Tantrum Strike. Frodo Sherry says 45 damage with all the blocks in the draw. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Probably Weak Potion application here, by the way. And probably means we definitely do the Weak Potion. Wedley says if we wake up, we could take 34. Is that accurate, 34? 33, right? And 33 minus the D blocks we play. So, for example, 12 block, we take 20. Yeah. No, I think we have to open. I'm not sure whether we should burn the Miracle. It's, it's not clear to me whatsoever. You don't think the miracle gets better? 12 damage or 6 life. I'd rather like to have it for 6 HP. Right? I mean, if you open now, and we have conclude in deck, oh, we don't have single damage big time, although we actually have. And with this, we kind of also should always get there later. Can we always spin the miracle next turn? Yeah, sure. So it has the same value next turn. It has at least the same value next turn, right? What I'm getting it is, depending on our draw, we can then influence when we use it. So how much is the open now? Eruption conclude. Bring it to 90. We want to play the Tantrum. Do we want to play the Tantrum? Yeah, it's 18 damage. We don't pass up on the 18. So 90 becomes 72. And if we have a clean draw in the between turn, we can deal... Yeah, we have Vigilance. We can deal a lot. I mean, like, a lot. How much is a lot? Whatever. 45. Then the guy goes to 27. And then we kill. Yeah, okay. Ah. Ah. Okay. Run is over. Yeah, because no smoke bomb. Yeah. The run is not over yet, guys. We are still fine. What about the Tantrum? 18 and probably solve looks good. Yeah, we definitely play Tantrum. It goes into the shuffle. Is that a bad thing or a good thing? I think it's a good thing because next time we can do it again. So let's do it. Yeah, Gloves Poker says and block 18. I think so. Next turn he goes to 54 and we can also Vigilance out. If we play the Tantrum. We can decide on that, but I think that has to be correct, yeah. 54 means he is pretty much dead later. This looks like the nightmare draw of this fight. Yes! And we take 15. I mean, if the nightmare draw of okay. If the nightmare draw of the first fight... If the nightmare draw of the first fight of an early elite, which is a burning elite, costs us 15 HP. And a little bit more. We take another 8. No, I don't think so. Only if you play the Tantrum. But what I'm simply saying is even if it's 20, it's like very, very good. Yeah. So, if you would have not played the Tantrum the one turn, maybe we should have not played the Tantrum. Then we would have known exactly what we draw. Or does it not matter? I think I would have loved to have an exact draw. Naja. Okay, so 15 block, we could block 15 as well. Can we talk about the eruption and how much damage that is if he miss, also if you draw the eruption, how much is it? What, we will also throw a potion and we are taking more than 15? Yeah, no, this is of course included with the weak potion. Yeah. Like if you take a burning early elite and you take 20 and potion is super. So... yeah, the Tantrum thing. It was a mistake to play the Tantrum. If we would have not played the Tantrum... Oh, no. Yeah, no, if we would have not played the Tantrum... Yeah, it was a mistake. If we would have not played the Tantrum, we would know exactly what we draw now. Yeah. I should have thought about that. So there are two cases. Let's start with a case where we draw Eruption next turn. So Eruption, and let's assume one attack is on the bottom. Eruption strike is 33 damage. So we have 33 damage, and conclude is at least 20 afterwards. So 33 plus 20. If we don't break on Eruption, then it's 33 plus 20. 53. So the Lagavulin is on 19. And we have 4 draws to deal 19. Strikes dealing 8. Eruption, of course, dealing 14. And Tantrum dealing 6. If we draw Vigilance block so that we cannot kill, we could block 7 plus 4, 11. If we miss the Eruption, it's very bad. If we play the Tantrum here, we solve. But we take 6 more damage. What there is I don't think there is a way to obtain perfect information. Guys, you're wondering about whether you're missing something. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing which is missing there is that if you have a draw without Eruption, you have guaranteed Eruption. So, I understand what you're saying. There is no way to have perfect information. I misframed. There is a way to have perfect information on the Eruption. Okay, so my one asks 6 HP, 1/6 of Risk of Ruin if you don't Tantrum. How much damage do we take? 22 weakened is 16. And we would take 7, we go to 20. We go to 20 into a question mark. We don't need to take necessarily. Hopefully it's not this stupid ooze. And then we go into the cube fight with 20. Probably having a potion. Maybe having a card. 20 into the cube fight. Our path is into the elite, yes. Conclude with the Eruption is very good against cubes. We can probably block in... The question mark can also be positive. It's never negative, it can only be positive. Even if it's an enemy, it's positive because we have Conclude. We might take chip damage, maybe we get a potion. We get a relic from the Lagavulin fight as well. So it seems to me that it's acceptable. We can then go here and here. Or here and here. This is a chest. And we can probably take the late question marks then. It depends on how the other elite fight goes. Against Nob, we are super with 20. Honestly, with 20 is super against Nob. So, because Nob is usually 16 heat. In 3 turns, yeah, 16 if you kill turn 3. And we always do. Risk of Ruin, you say. I mean, is it Risk of Ruin? I mean, that's the other question. 24, it goes to 48. And now we have Eruption. 48, we have Eruption for 7. 41. And of course we cannot kill. So, I mean, there are draws which do kill. But only if you draw 3 attacks and conclude, so rather not. And if that is the case, it's really, really bad, right? Is it? Probably, right? How bad? We go Eruption, attack, Vigilance out, for example. Which is like blocking 7, and then we defend blocking 11. We take 11. I mean, it's not that we are dead. And then the turn after, we need to get the other Eruption source. Sometimes we die. So probably we die, yeah, if we don't take the 6 damage, we probably die in 10% of the cases. which is too high. And even if we get the eruption, we don't even have guaranteed kill. Yeah. Okay. So 7 plus 22 taken. 7 plus 15, I mean. Or 7 plus 4. 20 in the potion. That's super good for such a fight. More bank. No relic. We just got a no relic. Halt. Empty fist, weave. That's so interesting. Malvalon says Halt plays with dexterity. Yes. And Halt on 0 energy plays with pure water. Like with 3 energy, I mean. And Halt plays in Eruption, which we already doubled down on. What Rizzle says Halt is so bad against the other Act 1 elite? No, Halt is super good against cubes. What are you talking about? In our case, we can either squeeze it in to block chip. If we are in calm, we can, also if we are exit, we have Halt for block cubes. And good story is, it also blocks us in against the cubes if we have Wrath. Not Arcano says Halt is even good against Nob on turn 2. Yeah, I think in average Halt is bad against Nob, but in our case, because we kind of need to kill turn 3, otherwise we just die. I think it's even good against Nob on turn 2. And we have the Dexterity Stone. It's like a small thing. Paparato says Rastek, yeah. Also the Halt is good, I think the Empty Fist is better than the Weave. So Yellow says Fist over Halt. Fist. You mean to make it 2-1-1. The Fist is specifically good in Act 1 mostly. Falls off in Act 2 and going into Act 3 it becomes bad. Fist requires an upgrade, or the upgrade on the Fist is good. We currently still have the upgrade open on the Eruption, and maybe even with the decision to rest. If you say the question marks are better in value, which they are, than this, we mostly need to rest here if we want to get the value from these. If we do it, depends on our life total. But I don't, of course max is like 2 upgrades. What I'm getting is that and Tantrum is also a high priority upgrade. What I'm getting is at, okay, Empty Fist is good if it solves you, like partly solves Act 1, or gives you power Act 1, and maybe you can even put an upgrade on this. Now the second part is already a no, we cannot put an upgrade on it, so it will become clutter. At some point it will become clutter. Even against the Slime Boss is not amazing. Against the Slime Boss we want to stay in Eruption. So, being extremely positive in the early of Act 1, I feel it's already a so-so already. Yeah. I think I take the Halt here. Pretty certain about that. It's also about the Empty Fist not even being that great against the cubes if you exit out of Eruption. Let's say Eruption to Empty Fist is already, you know, then you cannot guarantee the thing in the conclude in the dude. Can we kill Nob in 3? Yeah, I mean, we draw our deck in 3. So we have base 36, 45. That's 99 in 3 draws if we enter Eruption turn 1, which we have a high chance to do. And this also comes back. If you for whatever reason brick on turn 1 against the Nob. Yeah, what Paparato says, Watcher is against the Nob. We even have an option with the Halt, by the way, to draw Halt into Vigilance turn 3. But we usually should be there after 3. Especially after the question mark. Lethal? Yeah, with these two, right? Mm-hmm. Spot the lethal, guys. Okay. That's not bad. Even against the knob, we can fix a draw. So either, look, Vault or even on 3 energy, you can, like, okay. Vault on 5 energy is a different story. On 5 energy, you always Vault. But on 3 energy, it's kind of, you can make a mulligan. If you do not like your hand, it says Vault on it. Paparato is becoming Merle. Hey, Tony Cheese, thanks very much for that sub. It's appreciated. We are swimming in gold, by the way. Oh, we are the gold diggers. Oh, wait, shop. I never had such a high shop percentage. Never. What? No, literally. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Up to freaking 21. 40, 50, 60. It is so freaking likely that we will encounter a shop. Is crazy. Yeah, the next shop cannot be the next node cannot be a shop. But I mean, 15, 18, 21 still. It's crazy, right? It's so freaking high. And we are swimming in gold. Love that. Yeah, eruption attack. Without eruption wouldn't have been a biggie, then we would have just vigilance in. Oh, keep in mind we cannot do the miracle next turn. Hopefully we get Halt Shamblers, Halt Doubters and Shambles. Wait. Where's the Halt? It's just enough, right? I see 18. Huh! Ha! Huh! Ha! Ring! Art of War is the worst relic for the Watcher. Holy crap. Honestly, also talking about relic quality. Tiny Chest is a garbage relic. Oddly Smooth Stone on the Watcher is pretty bad. You don't block, you kill. Mobbing on the Watcher is pretty bad. Art of War is complete trash on the Watcher. We completely lowered it again. It's going very well. I love this run. It's going very nicely. Oh. Yeah, I'll take that. What Vault Art of War works? Yeah, you're right, guys. Also, as long as we're on 3 energy, that is, but... You're right, guys. Can even rush down Art of War later. Rush down Vault, I mean Art of War. I would say it's good very, very early, but I think here... that's basically an energy relic. Dioricalcum. You know what happens on the Watcher if you spend all your energy playing attacks? You don't need block. That's something I would have taken against a Hexa Ghost, certainly not against a Slime Boss. And if you spend all your energy on attacks and you did not kill, then 6 block won't get you there. Yeah. Yeah, I can also take the fire key, then we have 3. Wow, we found a tiny chest. Lantern. With vault. Also with rushdown, also with rushdown eruption. An energy relic. Yeah. True. So, what about these question marks? Before the fire, it's good because you can go to 1 HP. Simmering Light, we die. But we, for example, World of Goop. If this World of Goop, we can take it. We also have the solution against the rats. Yeah. If it's an elite, we can take it. Yeah. And what else? Yeah, if it's hallway is also very good for us. Shop is good. We can put the energy to use immediately. What, out of wartime? Yeah, or not. I don't know. I mean, we can either... I mean, it's correct, right? We can block full, and then we have Art of War. On the flip side, we could also kill one. Now, if we kill one, what's the difference? We have 2 energy less next turn, but for that, 1 Grey Slime is dead. But why kill one if you have Conclude? Also, out of several reasons. The first reason is that Conclude doesn't kill standalone. The second reason is that... And because it doesn't matter if we actually draw Eruption. So you can basically deduct the Eruption Conclude thing. Because Eruption Conclude does kill everything anyways. So Conclude won't kill the Grey Slime. Yeah, so I think we already have the answer. It's very evident, right? Like, Wrath Conclude always cleans, so it's about the cases where we do not draw it. And in the cases where we do not draw it, it's better to kill one for 2 energy. Because it will require 2 energy anyways. At least. If we out of war, we can what? Rushdown, Eruption, Conclude. So you're saying if you draw Rushdown and Eruption, you would like to go Rushdown, Eruption, and if you brick on the Conclude, also, what do you mean? We are in Vigilance, we can always do Rushdown, Eruption anyways. What about the cases where you do not... What about the cases where you do not draw Conclude, by the way? Also, if you need the energy so badly, I would have just... if you would have needed the energy so badly, I could have also imagined just taking 3 damage. But obviously we do not need that. So, this is 18, right? Pressure points is garbage, swivel is garbage, and just luck is also garbage. I also don't exclude the possibility to maybe go infinite. Just lucky also not Art of War, but... Your weak doesn't go down when you vault. Did it not? It doesn't. Yeah, I know that it doesn't from the enemies. No, yours also shouldn't, yeah. Your intangible stays, or your status effect. Not the strength down. The strength down does effect, I think. No, does it? No, wait. Yeah, I think the effects proc, but your status effects still stay the same. Yeah, like this. Yeah, what Paparato says. Paparato really has a lot of in-game knowledge. So upgrade something. Before the slime boss, I wouldn't like to rest. So, and we can always like go to very low in the question mark. So, eruption, because vault upgrade is now worse with the Art of War. No, I don't have the extension any longer. Would you like to upgrade eruption or no? With the rush down, I think so. We don't have a multi effect at the moment. We could take the curse. Let's not. Overtime is it? 06, 12, 15. What a garbage. Minus 1 floor. On the flip side, this is pretty cool. Like the insect, I mean. There's also power mummified hand. It's like 1 energy. Even with 2 energy, it would still not be worth it. So mummified hand becomes better on 3. The insect means max elites for the rest of the spire. I think it's okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. So what about the insect and remove? What Dira says, I think Infinite is very on the table here. Infinite is always on the table if you have Rushdown early. Like Rushdown in Act 1 is pretty much... Also early is... especially if you have not taken like a lot of cards. So, no, absolutely. I mean, in our case, I am actually not even sure. Because we already have Tantrum, so that's like a very strong card anyways. Infinite you go if your normal run does go not that great. So it is on the table. Of course, like if you have Rushdown in your deck, it always is on the table. The only question is it's a higher chance to win with Infinite or is it a higher chance to win without? And this is bad for Infinite, but it's great for a normal run. Like, a normal, you know. Yeah. Paparato says this one is just gonna win whatever way. Yeah. Yeah, it's close, yeah. Like, this run is a very good run, so we probably have like 97, 98. And it could be that Infinite wrecks us in 3%, but the normal run only wrecks us in 2.5. And then we should go normal run. Conclude is kind of Pepega for Infinite. Yeah, I mean, we also didn't get like a lot of no, we already got one event which removes. So I think removes are break even currently. We added cards which are also powerful, so we don't need to add more cards. That's good. Real cards currently 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, after remove, it's 11. You usually want to have a deck with like maybe 7 cards. 7 real cards. So we have 4 removes away from Infinite, which also lets us not adding cards. So, I think it also depends on what kind of cards we see in Act 2. Yeah. Conclude Plus just farms always so you don't have to add many others. That's the thing. Yeah. So we added that card, but fortunately it has so much direct power, immediate power, that it actually helps us not to clutter our deck more if we would pursue the Infinite path. There are also some things which might just change it. Like if we have nothing, Busted Crown as a boss swap, we could take Busted Crown and say, okay, now Infinite is much better, for example. Because the normal path went down. So, but what I'm getting at is, we should, for example, not spend 76 on the Mental Fortress. Because Mental Fortress being positive for Infinite, but bad for the other. For Act 2. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Ja. Gerne. We have currently no sustain. I could see us taking the bites. Also, therefore removing defend. We also have height, therefore removing defend. We play against the slime boss, therefore removing defend. We have a lot of eruption, therefore removing defend. The most powerful immediate upgrade is the conclude. I don't think we need it. Or do we? We bring the slime boss to 75, also to 80. For sure. We will also be in eruption. We have the attack potion. And this will come back in the deck. Is the conclude not the strongest upgrade for Act 2? Yes, and afterwards it becomes garbage. Hot trash. Most of the times we won't even play it in Act 3. Keep also in mind the Tantrum upgrade downs a bird. So you can go into Wrath downing a bird. Eruption Strike. I really hope that we get the Tantrum next turn so that we can exactly pinpoint what we have to do. Vaulting here would be a huge mistake, by the way. Yeah. I mean, it's obvious, but I just want to point it out. Okay, apparently we don't bring him down to 80. What a bad draw. I was wondering about the order of the strike and eruption. I'm very happy that we did the damage. But why would have Vault been a mistake? Yeah, because you just go into the shuffle, and that would have been very bad. Yeah, that was a little bit sad that we didn't get Tantrum or Vigilance. Vigilance or Tantrum would have both been better here, but no, yeah, it is what it is, I guess. Not much we can do here. Also putting that aside, now the Vault is still in the deck, which is also cool. Okay. There's one option where we do Vigilance in between. If we do Vigilance, we lose 12 damage, but we also draw 2 cards. Currently we can spend our energy into cards. Losing 12 damage is not what I'm looking for. Even seeing Conclude here would have been very nice as Dara because of the shuffle. Yeah, absolutely. 80. We bring them to 44. We can use an attack potion if we are afraid. Are we afraid? I honestly think so. Yeah. I think I want to potion. I'm seeing some risk of ruins. It's an expensive potion, yeah? It's a very expensive potion. But It can get scary, I think so. I mean, even with a potion, we might have draws where we die. So, yeah. Yeah, potion is before split, sure. Reach Heaven or Empty Fist, that's actually interesting. But I think it's Reach Heaven. What does it do, what doesn't it? What does it not do? Nah, I don't know. Actually, Empty is really interesting. I mean, the way how we die is by drawing like garbage. And if Empty Fist is enough damage, we avoid like a 4 slime draw, for example. So we said we have 24. Also 12, also 12, 18. But Fist is awkward with the conclude. Ah, yeah, that's right. We cannot even do it. Oh. Dead. First message. Yeah, we are always dead. After the Reach Heaven, we actually have the option to play Vigilance Tantrum. Funnily enough. So always reevaluate your options. Before I wasn't very fond of it. Because it meant that we lose 12 damage for 2 draw. And for 2 draws were worse. Two draws were worse. Because of many reasons. But now, I think different. Before, the vault would have not been sufficient. Because it might have, like, make us bust. If we draw the vault now, we can actually Vigilance Tantrum. We can play the vault instead of Conclude Strike. Why? Because the Through Violence is in the deck. So, we can vault, and we guarantee Through Violence then. Or like near, basically, yeah. Basically guarantees Through Violence, nearly. And that also is finished. So we cannot even brick on the vault. Before, vault was kind of a blank because we couldn't play it necessarily. Without its violence, but with it we can. Is there something even... No, like this. Yeah. And losing 12 damage is not a problem because we are mainly afraid of bricks. The miracle is irrelevant anyways. Yeah, no, that's the line. Yeah. That's the line. Always reevaluate your options, guys. We just averted risk of ruin, just saying. If we don't do that, we have risk of ruin. It's not irrelevant. I mean, we draw triple slime to block, we dead. We draw... Yeah, I mean, actually, if we draw 3 out of the 5 slimes, we probably die. Blasphemy is like Judgment, just way better. Sometimes it's even correct to take the Judgment. But if these are next to each other, it's always better to take the Blasphemy. Devotion. Naja, I think Blasphemy Conclude is also combo. It exhausts, so you can also go infinite with it. No, but Blasphemy actually speaks against infinite, and here this is what I was talking about, the next card pick. So now we have a card pick which is very good for a normal run, but it's not so that great for infinite. And yeah, if we say normal runs are already decent, like also insanely good. This might just, you know, change the payout. That this suddenly makes the normal run much better. And I think so. Blasphemy. Or we say we don't need it. I mean, that's the other option. That we basically say, hey, we are good enough. Relics are not really, but we have the preserved insect. So that would be the one thing which says, okay, elites are not as threatening as they usually are. They will still chip damage you, by the way. So the idea that we already have enough Wrath, so that it decreases the value of Divinity. With the Rushdown, Divinity is worth much less than Eruption as well. And if you receive an extra energy relic, we don't even use the energy from the Divinity. Maybe just don't take it. Which would mean we take nothing? Also weird. Judgment then. No, what I meant, Judgment is always worse than Blasphemy. Really bad, weird. Colorado would rather conclude than put cringe into the deck. Blasphemy is cringe for you. I think if it wouldn't be for the insect, it would be like a snap pick. A card is cringe. Oh my god. Oh my. Okay. In Germany, we say having eaten a clown for breakfast. It's our German saying. Do you have that in English? Oh, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, okay. You have nothing like that. Ah. Interesting. So. Okay. Can you say it in German? Yeah. What? You're half German? And what's the other half? So, what is here? You say the divinity, isn't it? I don't know. I think I still take it. New Zealand? Interesting. Hey, honestly, Blasphemy is just super powerful. You think we should skip it? I mean, Blasphemy Conclude is insane. Blasphemy Base Strikes is good enough. Do we want upgrade on the Blasphemy? What do you mean, the Pyramid? Naja, if we get the Pyramid, we go infinite. That's what I'm saying. Like, both passes are all open. The upgrade debt? The upgrade debt is not there. So, what you're saying is Blasphemy can be upgraded or what? Yeah. Also, high attack density would speak for Blasphemy. You was personally thinking the upgrade that is there. For what? Yeah, and here we have the... Suddenly it's good. I mean, suddenly it's good. It's always good. Yeah. So we have Snecko. Current Snecko count break even, +2, +1, +3, +4. Snecko is amazing. And here we go again with the infinite thing. Yeah. Like there's infinite possibility. But we get this. Suddenly the normal run is way stronger for normal run, not so great for infinite. And then we have Snecko. And suddenly you're like, bam. Yeah. And then suddenly the payout. Do not tunnel vision, kind of. That's just my point. But it's clear, you should never tunnel vision. The key with the chest. Yeah, the key with the chest. This is just like Omega Lul. Yeah, so sad. The others are pretty much unpickable. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if that would have been Busted Crown, we could have taken the other path. Yeah, we take the Max Elite. What, you cannot believe the Lantern? No, Miracle gets added to the hand. It will never change. Eruption. Also super interesting on the Watcher that you have stuff which is sometimes good with some things. Perseverance, I would pick upgraded anyways, but even non-upgraded if you have enough walls. More energy, Snecko energy. Snecko looking good. Amazing. Here you have the Tantrum thing. Yeah. Tantrum on the biggest bird. It comes back. So this is 15. Ragnarok, or Ragnarok would be so cool. $24. Only okay. I just wanted to say this is the most elite, but it's also the most. It's also enemies only. Are you kidding me? What? Oh, and the other pass only has one elite. Was ist denn das für ein Crap? What? Excuse me? What insect has our back? No, I'm not saying that we are dying here. I'm saying that it's low value. The way of the warrior. No, of course we are doing that. Like, I'm talking about value. Value town. Ja, egal. No. We could buy Waffle and Wallop. But yeah. Do we ever buy it? Hey, honestly, I'm not even sure. The Walloping card is here. Yeah, no, I see it as well, but I'm not entirely excited. What else is there? Waffle and Toynithopter. You love Wallop on Snecko? Yeah, sure. But do you still love it if you spend 90 gold for it? Wallop with Snecko is okay. Oh, absolutely. Of course it is. I mean, sure. But I guess we cannot spend the money otherwise, or what? I'm not even sure how good the Wallop is anyways. So, we have the Waffle. 19 HP. We also have the Toynithopter. Is the Toynithopter more or less than 19 HP? But the rest of the shop is pretty junky. Yeah, but aren't we strong enough to just keep the gold? Probably more long term. Yeah, the Waffle is like 5 HP per act, right? So the Toynithopter is more. The Toynithopter is probably 15 HP per act. Also, Toynithopter is like max HP. So probably Thopter is stronger. Yeah. Also cheaper. So this is 17, this is 5. Delta is 12, we probably find 2 potions. Oh, for 14 cards we can draw all. Interesting. We can buy a potion. A potion also confirms HP. Or we can buy the Wallop. You know what? We can talk about the Wallop. Wallop is way better than Conclude in our case, of course. Is way better than all the base strikes, which is clear. We will be in Eruption a lot, so Wallop becomes a little bit stronger. It is not so good with the Blasphemy though. But yeah, I think it's okay. It's our best attack that doesn't put us in Wrath. It might even be our best attack in general. Doesn't mean that we have to add it, but yeah. I mean, we can do it, it's not. So the potion is basically not making our deck stronger, but Wallop does make our deck stronger. I guess. Yeah, weakness potion seems good here. Or what can we block? Tantrum is must, right? So Tantrum and then we block 15. What? Why reluctant? What do you mean? We talked about it, right? What the fuck? I mean, if you don't, also, I do not think that is 90 gold. Yeah. Also, what I'm saying is, I wouldn't spend 90 gold on it if you don't, if you say that we don't need it this act. And honestly, I'm not so sure whether we need it. I'm really not sure whether we need it. But yeah. Okay, where I'm coming from is once we pick 2 or 3 bigger cards, the Wallop is not that amazing any longer. And definitely not 90 gold amazing. I mean, it's somewhat clear, right? I mean, the better our deck becomes, the less delta the Wallop is. And the less delta the Wallop is, the less it becomes worse than 90. So we are currently having a 60 HP and potion, with the option to find more potions. And the question is, do we lose 60 HP? And I was thinking, probably not, but probably not. So it's very close. It's very, very close. I think the reason why I did it is because we will find enough gold and there's no shop whatsoever. That's probably it. Weakness potion seems legit here. Absolutely. What weakness potion always blocks 12 in this fight? It might not even block more than 6, but depending on whether we can kill now, for example. That's even... what? So... 45? Plus 24. 45 plus 17. 62. Vault? Yeah, I think we vault. Yeah. Hey, Cappuccino, I'm great. Yeah. What eruption then, Vault? No. No, then we lose 3 energy. Um, 14. And 6. 20 block against 36. Sad. Wall of defense? Yeah. And this is kill. We won. What blasphemy would have ended here? Blasphemy still ends. What do you mean? Lantern wants flower on 1. Yeah, no, we have Snacko. With Snacko you always want it on 2. Yeah, third eye Snacko I like. Snacko with 7 cards, yeah, also expensive one. It's green. Yeah, I wouldn't take it if it wouldn't be green. Or isn't third eye Snacko weird? No. Scry shows Neko cost. No, Scry doesn't show Neko cost, but you can just ditch the garbage. Like Frozen Eye is weird. Huh? Yeah, no, because Frozen Eye just shows you that you will draw garbage. And Scry means you can look at the garbage and then say, I don't want the garbage. Yeah, like here, for example. What is this anyways? Like this, maybe? Maybe not